So as you guys probably already know, Holy War X might be the most anticipated game coming to Roblox this year. But notice how I said this year, because a lot of people have been saying Holy War X is not going to be coming this year, and the game is pushed in 2024. And I feel like this is clearly not true, especially with the new information we just got. So I want to go over that and explain to you guys why I think that Holy War X is releasing probably sooner than most of you guys expect. So as most of you guys probably already know by now, Rell and Holy War X have a joint event planned. I have a video on this if y'all want to see that. We also got some new information about this. So the owner of Holy War X named AlphaX went on Revolver AGZ's stream and actually explained how the event will be working. So essentially, you will have to do things in one game to unlock an item in the other game. So essentially, you have a quest line in Holy War X that gives you items or something in Rell C's, and you have a quest line in Rell C's that gives you items or something in Holy War X. But what relevance does this have to the Holy War X release date? Well, hear me out, because we do know Holy War X and Rell C's goal, and their goal is to take over Roblox. They've literally told us, and they want to take over and be the biggest games. They want to be bigger than games like Blox Fruits. Games like Blox Fruits, you don't even think a game can be bigger than Blox Fruits, but that's what they're trying to do. And if this is the case, they're really trying to do something that seems kind of impossible. But that's why they're teaming up in the first place. So Rell C's and Holy War X are probably the most anticipated games coming out right now, and if both of them are collabing, they do at least have a better shot of taking over Roblox and games like Blox Fruits than if they weren't teaming up. But why this is relevant in the first place is because this basically means that Holy War X and Rell C's are going to have somewhat of coordinated release dates. They're not going to be that far apart from each other. At least I assume that, because I assume they're trying to use the momentum of both of them releasing. Then I think they're going to use the events quick. I don't think it's going to take forever to get these events out. I think they're going to do them quick because they're trying to get that momentum and just instantly be huge. At least that's what I think. I don't think it would make sense for them to release like back-to-back days or anything like that. I do think they would space it out because you don't want to compete on the release, but you do want to still have the momentum of one game releasing then the other game releasing. So I would assume it would be somewhere between like a month apart. And knowing this by itself wouldn't really matter, but luckily for us, we have a way better idea of when Rell C's is releasing than we do Holy War X. So if we know when Rell C's is releasing, we could just do the math to kind of get an estimate of when Holy War X will also release. I made another video going over when I think Rell C's will be releasing, and I have a lot of reasoning behind that, so if y'all want to go watch that and understand what I'm gonna say here, it will make it a bit easier, but either way, I'll explain it. So in that video, I estimated that Rell C's would be releasing in about early to mid-summer. And since I made that video, Rell C's has given us even more information to support what I thought in that video. This was set in early March, so already over a month ago, and they said that the testing phase will begin in 2 to 3 months, and then the testing phase would last about 30 days before release. He does say this isn't a release date, just plans, but I mean, this is essentially an estimated release date. Obviously, it's not official, and that's why he says it isn't a release date, but it's basically 2 to 3 months of waiting since March, and then 30 days of testing. So that would leave us at early to mid-summer release for Rell C's. And I do think that Rell C's will release before Holy War X, just because they've been a lot more transparent about when they plan on releasing, or in a general idea sense, compared to Holy War X has been a lot more, you know, a lot more secret about it. But if we add about a month to the estimated Rell C's release date, that gives us a mid to late summer release for Holy War X, and this just makes a lot of sense in general. It's very hard for me to see a world where Holy War X doesn't release in summer. Summer is literally the best and most optimal time for a game to release. Kids are off school, more time for kids to play, and more time for people to spend their money on the game. It's literally the perfect release. But for those that are skeptical, AlphaX also said they've been working and cooking like crazy, and we're going to be getting a tsunami showcase. Like, a ton of stuff is going to be in this showcase video that we should be getting any day now, because they said give them a few weeks, and that was a few weeks ago. And a few days ago in Revolver AGZ's video, he says that they've doubled the amount of mobs and armors that are in the game, and I honestly think that was what they needed. I feel like this game was gonna lack content if it released way back in December when it initially was supposed to. So when we finally get to summer, that would have given them about 6 to 7 months to go and polish up the game and add way more content. They did also say they reworked a bunch of things about the combat and whatnot, which is crazy to me, because I probably have the combat playing in the background right now, and if I do, y'all can't tell me that's not already like the best combat y'all seen on Roblox, and it's supposed to be reworked to be better than that. That's crazy to me. I don't know. But this estimated release date is not a fact. It's simply my opinion, and I could be wrong, but I do think this is the most reasonable and educated answer to when it's most likely gonna release. My main concern though is I don't think testers have touched the game much at all. So if testers haven't touched the game much, that means it's gonna take longer for us to touch the game, because obviously you have to go test and go through the bugs, or the game would just release buggy. And I promise you, they put way too much time in this game to make it release buggy. They're gonna go and put time in there and get the game right. So I don't know. What do you guys think? But if y'all enjoy my content, first of all, I love you. But second of all, I would appreciate if y'all like and subscribe on the video. It helps it a lot. So I would appreciate it. Thank y'all.